I hope it does snow while I'm here. That's the forecast. I don't know if there'll be much, whether it will settle or not, but it'll be really nice to see some snow as well. What am I doing here? I am enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the snow. Bruce is having a fantastic time. Honestly, he couldn't be having a better time right now. I am enjoying being in the snow. I love the snow. Oh. Yuck. Ask me if I'm having fun now. We're at 1,300 meters, aren't we, Brucey? And it's been raining for half an hour. Quite hard. Let's put my hat on. And it's cold, but as long as I push hard, I'll stay warm. Obviously I'm drenched. I'm not wearing a raincoat. There's no point to just sweat so much. It defeats the object. You just end up getting dehydrated. So yeah, push on. I've got another, I'd say, just under an hour to go. Bruce is going nuts. There you go, Bruce. Got my tent here. It's relatively flat enough. I mean, I reckon my tent will just go here. There should be plenty of room. And it's only got one door, and I'm going to face that way to sit out under the tarp. All right, let's get on with it. I think I'm going to put the tent up first, and then the tarp. So yeah, Hilleberg Unna. It's the first time I've owned a one-man tent. Quite excited to use it. Big fan of Hilleberg, as you're probably aware. Now, the tent comes with obviously pegs and poles. But what I've done is I've swapped the poles out for the poles from my stiker, which are 1 mil thicker, so stronger. The reason for that is we've got snow coming. We're on the tops, and you just never know. I figured, why not? If I've already got the poles, why not use them? Okay, so need to find out where the door is. Okay, it's this side. Good. All right, let's make sure the inner doesn't get wet. Clear the sticks out of the way that Bruce has kindly been putting here. Brucey. Dragging sticks everywhere, aren't you? Oh, it's cold. I tell you, my hands are freezing. And all I've got on is my rain jacket. That's it. Nothing else. Just that shirt. Okay, the good thing about this tent is, as with all these 4-season Hilleberg tents, is you can set it up in the rain. Like so. Doesn't the rain doesn't get onto the inner. So that should keep it nice and dry. Right, so I think you need to peg out one end and then stick the poles in. So yeah, these are the 10 mil stiker poles. But I'm using the pegs that it comes with. Oh, my hands are so cold. Fingers are cold. I think it's pretty much, I think it's like 1 degree now, something like that. So, I don't know what you call these, V pegs, something like that. No, Bruce, no, not on the tent. Off, off, off. Naughty, Bruce. He's like, I want to go over there though. I'm going to do what I want to do. You got a problem with that? Yes, I do, Bruce. Okay, so ground's pretty soft. Which can be a good and a bad thing. Okay, I think I want to angle it slightly. Okay. Let's get the poles in. So it's just 2 poles. The reason I went with the Unna is because the poles are sealed in a runner. I'll explain what that means, but the poles are not exposed. Whereas with my Stiker, they're exposed, and with, I think it's called the Solo, Solo, something like that. They're exposed as well. Well, I don't like that. Because in freezing conditions, and once they're wet, they're then a nightmare to get out. So you see, they're completely covered by this sleeve the whole way. Now I did set this up at home, it is brand new. I did set this up at home just to see what it was like and how to really do it. And I just fit, oh, pigs come out. Yeah, pole came out, I mean, right. And I figured that pegging it in makes it a bit easier. Now we're looking, are we in the end there? Almost. I know all you're doing is watching Brucey. I know he's behind me eating a stick or something. Alright, that wasn't so bad. And then they go in these little cups at the end. Cool, that's one in. Let's get the other one in. I know, it's the Bruce show. He knows it's the Bruce show as well. Don't you, Bruce? Gosh, he's chewing every stick possible. Oh, my fingers. I can barely feel them. One of the simplest tents, honestly, that I've ever owned. To set up. Alright, we're in action. We're in business. So you tighten these poles up. Like that. Oh. Make sure there's no sticks underneath. Oh, that's good. Okay. Can you see Brucey under there? Oh, Bruce. You've got so many fans. Alright. That is looking good. And then just got to peg it out. Now, I'm not sure yet how I want to do this. Got a lot of space out the front here that I probably don't need. So I'm going to bring it forward a bit, I think. Mind that, Brucey. Bruce, mind that. He doesn't care. He's not going to get out of the way. I know you can't see him. Bruce, come around here. Come on. Good boy. So wind is coming from that way. So I want this as a bit of a windbreak, really. All right, now the tarp. Don't know how I'm going to do the tarp yet. The most important thing is to get the tent done. Okay. Put it down. Looking good. Okay, then you've got to dye it out, but you tighten these straps on the top first. Like so. I'm not expecting gale force winds or anything, but should have put my gloves on. Oops, dropped a pig. I'm warming up a bit now. Just my hands that are cold. Losing daylight as well. I think I've only got an hour left. Just. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Yep, that's not going anywhere. That will take a hell of a lot of wind. All right, now the tarp. I've got to set that up. Okay. Whew, cold. Right, I have no idea how I'm going to set this tarp up yet. It's not that this is a bad spot, it's just a little bit awkward because it's a 3x3 tarp, it's a big tarp. I might have to set it up as a triangular setup. Yeah, that should work. So the tarp I've got with me is a new one that I got from Amazon. It's the Gold Armor 3x3 tarp. I don't know anything really about this tarp. I have taken it out just to check it. All I've done is I've changed to my own paracord, my own guy lines, and my own pegs. Just because the ones it comes with are not great. It's got these handy clips on the end. It's got a lot of tie-off points. Yeah. We shall see. Okay, so what I might do is Put a corner up to the tree that's behind the camera and see if I can fit it past this tree here. Maybe at an angle going down that way, and just have it close up against the tree. And then tie it lengthways, long line back to that tree over there. Okay. So what I want to do is have it just covering the tent, only partially, just enough that the rain isn't going to come in the front door if I have that open. That's kind of my favourite way of doing it. Okay, so there's the corner. So I need to attach a really long guy line and take that all the way over there. Should work. Just need to find a long guy line. The longest one I got looks like this one. Okay. I could even set up a ridge line and drape the tarp over the top of it. Yeah. Okay. You can't see Bruce, but he's just lying down over here. Okay, so what I'll probably do is, do this ridge line. What have I got at the end here? Alright, in business. Ridge line time. So I want the ridge line to go as close to center as possible. Or do I? Yeah. Actually, that'll be pretty good. Right, should be tight enough. Okay. So I've got some prusik knots already here. So what I'll do is just slide that along a bit. Take the corner. Okay, that should do it. So you can probably go back a bit further. There you go. Right. Come over the top. I know, you've got guys who are from, I don't know, Canada and the States, and it's freezing there. I know. It's not that cold here. But believe me, it feels flipping freezing. And I can't feel my fingers at all. Oh, that's nice and tight. Perfect. Okay, and if I have to, it's got these toggles up here that I could attach up above if I needed to. But hopefully that's not going to be necessary. Just got to figure out how to get this to a format that I want. Maybe block some wind if necessary. Oh yeah, it does perfectly. Oh yeah, that's going to work. Great. Oh, okay. I think we're pretty much there. This is a bit ugly. I don't necessarily think I have to do anything about it. Don't think we're going to get any pooling. How does that look? Have I got lots of room? Yeah, plenty of room. Right, I'm all set up. I'm pretty happy with it. Nothing's pooling. Yeah. This tarp has got so many toggles on it that I can just, if I have to, tie it off more or whatever. This is a great windbreak. The wind is hitting the side of the tarp here, but I can't feel it at all. It's great. I've got a change of clothes on, a jumper on. Got my gloves. I'm gonna get those on. Oh, my sealskin waterproof gloves. Right, first thing I'm gonna do is, so I've got half an hour of light left. I've got to haul ass and go and get some water. So I need to get that done now before it gets dark. So I'm gonna get my headlamp on just in case. Bruce is going to come with me, and then it'll be time for sorting out some dinner. Okay. Right. Leave the beanie behind. It's a bit of a schlep. Get my water bottles, get over there. God, it's cold. Well, it's cold for here anyway. And it's going to get colder. So it's almost zero now. It's going to go down to -10 in 2 days time. Sorry, in a day's time. Minus, I don't know what, wind chill, but very cold wind chill. Whew, chilly. Okay, let's get cracking. I'll come back to you. I'm ready to do a hot drink. Oh, Prissy. Oh, I know, you want your dinner. In a minute, Prissy. Just have to wait a sec. Just have to wait. Right, I've got the water. Oh, I've actually got a down jacket with me, which I need to put on. I don't know if you can see Bruce lying in front of the camera here at my feet. I like the spot. I like this tarp setup. I've got a view that way out up to the mountains. I can see all the forest around. The wind is blowing in from this direction, and because I've got the tarp angled down, there's no breeze here at all. It's just silence. It's lovely, but it's really howling just above. This is nice. It's a shame that I won't probably be able to have a fire. Tomorrow I'll have a look around for some firewood, but tonight there's just, it's almost dark now. You can't tell on the camera, but it's getting dark really quickly. So I want to get a drink on. I need a nice cup of coffee. And I know Bruce wants some dinner. That's right, Brucey. I know you want your dinner. Oh. For my regular followers, I've got a pan, non-stick pan. Not a Trangia though. Other people have been sending me pictures of their Trangia non-stick pan. I'm very jealous. I've lugged this huge thing up here. Oil, maple syrup. Didn't forget the maple syrup this time, Brucey. Got it with me. Yeah. Now, oh, Bruce's bag is hanging on the tree behind. I need to go and get that. It's got his food in it. Lovely. Oh, I'm so happy. I mean, a fire would make this place absolutely perfect, but it's winter. It takes a long time to get up here. And it did take a long time to get up here. And the burner out. Yeah, it's winter. It took a long time. And I just can't go and get firewood at the moment. It's going to be dark soon. Almost dark now. Brucey, you're such a good boy. You're waiting so patiently for your dinner. He's hungry. I'm not going to eat yet. He'll have his own food. I might give him a little bit of mine later. Okay, let's dig this in. Is that good? Yep. It's very cold, so this might take a while. No, it took straight away. Good. Okay. That's a first. I've got my smaller Trangia with me this time. What's it called? The I can't remember. I think it's the 27. It's the smaller one. Oh, all I can see is my breath. I'm going to do a full boil. I need 2 cups of coffee. Right. Okay, let me get Bruce's dinner over here. Stay, Bruce. It's going to have a bit of... Wait, Bruce. Going to have a bit of mine later as well. Not much. I don't want him getting fat. He was just at the vet, just had his health check, and he is perfect. Perfect weight. Go on then. Good boy. What's the matter? Go on then, have your dinner. Oh, I think Bruce is feeling sick. Go on then. Oh, he's got a stick stuck in his mouth. Go on, can you find it? What's the matter, Brucey? Have you got something stuck? Let me have a look. Oh dear. Oh, Bruce, what have you done? Okay. What's the matter, huh? What's happened? Can you not eat? What's wrong, Brucey? I don't know what's wrong with him. He's not eating. Do you want your dinner? What's the matter? Oh, something's wrong with Brucey. Let me have a look in your face. It's alright. It's alright, Brucey. Let me see. Have you lost a tooth? Let me have a look. He's salivating. But I can't tell what's wrong with him. Doesn't seem to be anything missing. Let me see inside, Brucey. Open. It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. Let me see. Okay. He's got something stuck in his mouth. It's alright, Brucey. Maybe he needs a drink of water to get it out. Give him some water and see. Not sure what's in there. Got some water? Yeah. This is a problem. So Brucey's definitely got something wrong. He was fine a second ago, was just about to start eating. But he's got something jammed in his mouth and I can't see what it is. Okay, let me have a look. It's alright. Here, come here, Brucey. Come here. Let me see inside your mouth. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. Let me have a look. Open, Bruce. Open your mouth. It's okay. Good boy. Okay, shh, 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 shh. It's alright, Brucey. That's alright. Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, Brucey. Alright. Ah, there we go. Got it. There. Ah, he had a little stone in his mouth. There you go. Found it. And now he's having his dinner. Good boy. Yeah, he's done that before. So if your dog doesn't eat, but wants to eat, you can tell. Just have a look. Once we almost took him to the vet because we couldn't work out what was wrong. He had a stick wedged right at the top of his mouth. Yeah. Yeah, that was a horrible, poor thing. He was pawing away. We couldn't work out what was wrong with him. Worked it out in the end. Whew. Okay. Now I've got his bed out here ready. Wow, he's eaten that already. That was so quick, Brucey. Some water there. Some water. Okay. Yeah, I've got this little camping mat here. Come on, Bruce. Come on your bed. Come and lie down. Good boy. Right, I'm going to let this boil up and then get my coffee on and come back to you afterwards. Got my expedition down jacket on now, and I've got Bruce's blanket because he won't lie on his bed. I've tried to put him on his bed, tried to put his blanket on him. He just gets up and walks over there. I don't know if you can see him. He's just down here. He's funny. It's just not cold for him. If he starts feeling cold, he'll come and curl up. He knows the routine. Oh, it would be so nice to have a fire right now. Oh, I could have one right here. That would be lovely. Maybe tomorrow. That would be my mission. Tomorrow, go hunting for firewood. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. A hot drink. So behind the camera, the mountains, the cloud is coming in. So the forecast is tomorrow, I think it's rain all day. And then I think it might turn into snow. Not 100% sure. That doesn't bother me. Snow is fine. If I had a fire, it would be nice. The only thing with snow is that the way I've got the tarp set up is not the best. It will sink, but I can just bash it off. It won't be a problem. And the direction of the wind is going to come from that direction here. So there won't be any risk of snow blowing in this way, I hope. But yeah, if it changes, then I'll sort it out. If the wind changes direction. Be interesting to see what it's like in this tent. So it's a one-man tent with a difference. There's no vestibule. So the reason I went for this is I always bring a tarp with me, pretty much all the time. Even if I'm right up the tops and I've got to use 2 walking poles, I bring a tarp with me. So what that does is it renders a vestibule sort of out of action. There's no point even having it. So that's extra fabric, extra size. So what this does is, instead of having a vestibule, they just get rid of the vestibule and make the inner tent a bit wider. And I think it's, I can't remember for sure, I think it's 110 centimeters wide, 1.1 meters. Which is, for me and Bruce, that's plenty of room. He can curl up next to me on his bed, no problem at all. If he's wet, it's okay. I dry him off with his special towel and put his blanket on him, and then it won't get wet on me. There's even room in there then to have my pack if I want to have it in there with me, and any other gear. So yeah, because I carry a tarp, I really don't need the vestibule. So we'll see how this works out. It's just one door, this is it, and it only opens this side. You can fold the entire thing back, but I've just got it half open because why would I need the whole thing open? Yeah, there's plenty of space between the outer tent fabric and the inner tent, so I'm hoping condensation's not going to be an issue. Doesn't look like it would be. Yeah, fingers crossed. And it's a 4-season tent. Now, it's not a black version. They've got this thing called black version, Hilleberg. This is a red version tent. It is a 4-season tent, but it uses what comes with it are 9mm poles instead of 10mm. Different pegs, so the black version has much stronger, heavier pegs. And the material is much thicker, heavier, stronger on a black version tent. If I thought I was coming up into a mega snowstorm, well, if I thought that was coming, then I probably wouldn't use a tarp anyway, so I'd use my Stiker just by itself. Yeah, because the Stiker is a black version tent and set up for that. This tarp is pretty cheap. Yeah, it's a 3x3 meter tarp. So what is that? 10 foot by 10 foot. Gold armor. I'll put a link to it. So far, I like what I see. It's, you know, it's seam sealed, and it looks like it was machine seam sealed, not hand sealed. It's got reinforcements around the exterior attachments. Whether they leak or not, I don't know. There's no seam sealant on these, I can't tell. So I can't say for sure. I don't know what the material is. I'll have to put that in the description as well, or you can just look it up. You don't have to get the camouflage version. That's the one I clicked on. But so far, I'm liking it. I like the fact it's got so many attachment points on the top of the tarp, especially running along the ridge line and everywhere else. There's loads. They are just everywhere. It's got them both directions, which you don't usually see. It just means you can reinforce everything much better. Way more options for guying out and tying to different things. Yeah, it's very nice. Hopefully it's waterproof. It seems it so far. There's not a drop coming through. I'm bone dry under here. Happy days. Just trying to work out where this rain has come from up here, but I think it's just dropped off the trees here. But tonight I'm actually going to close the door anyway, because it's going to be cold, and it'll be nice and warm in here when it's all zipped up. It's only got one small vent. That does concern me. is the vent is tiny up the top here. And it doesn't vent all the way around, it just vents at the front. Because this top section stops the airflow from flowing in all directions, so it only vents out the front here. So we'll see. One of the main reasons that tents do have a lot of condensation is from the ground. And obviously the vestibule adds to that problem. So this has got no vestibule, so hopefully there'll be less condensation because of it. Hilleberg tents are pretty good at controlling condensation, so we'll see. And it'll be interesting sleeping next to Bruce in a one-man tent. Usually I'm in a two-man. But this really does look like a two-man tent inside. It is quite big. But I just know it's not, because the top of it is quite narrow. So sitting up, you're really feeling it. The walls of the tent are very close to you. It's just the floor is very wide. So I like that. Hilleberg Unna. Yeah, very nice. Quality, as usual, is superb. Just everything about it. The zippers, the pegs, the attachments, the inner material, the outer material. It's just, you know, Hilleberg are not cheap products. They're very expensive. This is the last Unna that Hilleberg had. Their next available ones, I think, were November. They sent me their last one. It had to come from the States, which was very nice of them. Yeah, everyone else was on waiting list, I think. So very lucky to get hold of this. Hopefully I'll give a better review after I've slept in it the night. But so far I'm liking what I see. Now I do have some packet meals that I could have to keep me going. Yeah, I should do that. And then my main dinner later. So I've got this real termat that was sent to me by my subscriber, Lynn. Real termat is, what is it, Norwegian or Finnish or Swedish? It's one of them. I can never remember. It's Nordic though, either way. And you just add hot water. So maybe I'll have one of those. It's got a lot of calories in it. Have one of those, and then that will keep me going until later when I can have my main dinner. Okay, so I'm going to have real termat pulled pork. So you just tear to open it, you add hot water up to the fill line, stir well, close the ziplock and leave to rest for 8 minutes. About right. Right down into the bottom of it. Okay, seal it back up and then leave it for 8 minutes. You can eat it straight from the pack. So, trick of the trade. Set a timer for 8 minutes, and here comes the rain. Beautiful. This spot is so beautiful when it snows. I hope it does snow while I'm here. That's the forecast. I don't know if there'll be much, whether it will settle or not, but it'll be really nice to see some snow as well. Okay, how much time? Oh, there you go. 8 minutes. Okay, it's food time. see. That's really good. But yeah, I will add just a tiny bit of water. Almost make it more soup-like. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and come back to you later. Now that I've had that meal, that should help. But I think what I feel like is a cigar. I think it's cigar time. Oh, you know what? It's brandy time. And this is a very special one. This is from a subscriber in Moldova. So yeah, he sent me this Moldovan cognac, brandy. Cheers. And cheers to Moldova. Thank you very much, my friend. That's very smooth. Very smooth. Wow. I'm really staggered how smooth that is. You know what? I need to warm that up a bit. I'm going to save my beers for tomorrow. Hopefully for when I've got a campfire going. Don't know if you can see Bruce or not. I don't know where he is. Bruce, where are you? Let's see if he pops out. Bruce? You might see him pop up behind me. There he is! He has so much fun up here. He loves this spot. He just knows it so well. In the snow, he really loves it. He loves the snow. He'll go and sit out in the snow for hours. He's crazy. And I can see he's disappeared up into the tussocks. He just doesn't care. He loves it. He comes back. So when I'm under the tarp and he's staying with me in the tarp, he doesn't come and sit. He doesn't come to bed and stay there next to me. So, I mean, if it's snowing, I'll feel him sort of, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning. I suddenly feel him come and nestle up next to me. Because I can't put him to bed. He won't stay under a blanket or anything. He just won't. Not until he's ready to go to bed. He just wants to go and lie out, have fun, look at the moon, look at the snow, look for animals. So, yeah, I feel him come and lie next to me, and then I put his blanket on him and everything else, and sometimes I drape my coat over the top of him if I don't think the blanket's enough. Yeah, but he's gonna be warm in this tent. Oh, cold. Woo. I'm sure there'll be plenty of you saying, oh, that's not cold. 0, -1. It is, it really is. When you don't have a fire and you're just sitting there under a tarp out in the open, it really is cold. There's no two ways about it, it's cold. Right. I'm literally going to chill. Going to finish my cigar, have a bit more brandy. And I think the next time you're going to see me is in bed. Because I don't want to sit out here anymore because it's so cold. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow when I can have a fire. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you at bed. So, tucked in, quite a bit later now. Took me a while to finish that cigar and brandy. And I've got a little man here with me. He still wants to go out and play. He is on his bed. He has got his blanket on top of him. I've dried him off, haven't I? When I say dried him off, he's still a wet dog. He won't be cold tonight. I've got my down jacket on top of him as well. He's, Brucey, you stay in. Stay in. It's a good boy. Stay in. Yeah, he's going to be toasty. Maybe too warm. But I'll just pull my jacket off him later. I'm going to leave the vent open. He's looking out going, Dad, come on, let me go out and play a bit more. Just a bit more. It's cozy in here already. See, I've got enough room for me and him. Easily, actually. Easily enough room. I am up against the edge here, but I don't think it will be a problem. I've got this is the very big sleeping pad. I've got lots of room that way and this way. See, my head's not touching the tent. So it's a good length, this tent, it really is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I've got the tarp over top, so I'm all secure. He's now, I don't know if you can see, but he's actually resting his head outside the tent. Brucey, hey, come here. What's over here? No. Lie down. Oh, yes. So he's trying to edge further and further out of the tent because he wants to go and play. Even though it's now -1 out there, -2, and raining, he's not ready for bed. Not until he gets cold, and I can feel him through this blanket. He's so warm. Oh my God, he's giving off so much heat. Bruce, keep that paw inside. I know what you're doing. I know what your plan is. He's planning the great escape. He's so toasty. Hello, my lovely. I know. You've had a good feed. I didn't cook up what I was going to have for dinner. You'll see that tomorrow. I'll cook it tomorrow. Stay in, Bruce. Enough now. But he had a bit of extra food as well, which is why he's so warm and full of beans. But yeah, he's on his pad. He'll be fine. Once I close this up and he's got no choice, then he'll just go to sleep. But right now I'm just sort of holding on to him, bringing him back inside. Good boy. Because otherwise he's going to do a runner out there. So this is what happens. So when I'm in a tarp with him, yeah, he's just gone. Bruce, stay in. Honestly. Yeah, he's just gone. He'll just be out playing all night. And yeah, I feel him sort of, this wet thing come and nuzzle up against me. I'm usually in a bivvy bag though if I'm in a tarp. So yeah, I like it. I don't see the point in having the vestibule if you've got a tarp, honestly. So far so good. Look, I'll report in the morning what it's been like to be in here. It is smaller than a 2-person MSR tent or whatever, because it goes to a point up the top here. So the walls are, you know, they're right here. Whereas in the MSR, they're vertical. You do have more space. I definitely do. But it depends how long. If you've got the tarp, you're not going to be spending much time in here unless it's brutal outside. Yeah, you're not really going to be spending any time in here. So it suits me down to the ground. All right, everybody, it's time for bed. Time to go to sleep. Catch you in the morning. I don't think anything's going to happen in the middle of the night. Not with the tarp set up and everything else. So see you in the morning. Night, everybody.
It's bright. It's 3:30. howling. Back to bed, Bruce. Go to sleep. Lie down. No, Bruce. Come on, lie down. Yeah, it's howling outside. Go to sleep, Brucey. There's quite a lot of condensation in here now. It's been chucking down for ages. Everything's misting up in here. Actually, condensation's not too bad. Sleeping bag's a bit wet though. Check it out. Don't know if you can see that. It's pretty wet. Yeah, actually it is quite bad, as I feared. This one vent isn't enough. Oh well. Yeah, it's howling, it's chucking down. It's been like this for hours. I haven't slept much. Nightmare. Well, see you in the morning. Morning. Morning, everyone. Morning, Brucey. You dry? Finally. Yeah. Oh, it was really coming down all night. And that morning, as I predicted, the condensation in here, that vent just wasn't enough. So it's pretty wet. Hello. But, you know, it's more than just me. I had a wet dog in here as well, so I guess that's understandable. My sleeping bag is pretty soaked. Oh, gosh. Must keep stroking, must keep stroking. Not allowed to stop. Oh, he's got such a warm tummy. He kicked his blanket off in the middle of the night. It was freezing. And he kicked his blanket off in the middle of the night. He didn't want it. I tried putting it back on. No, it kicked it off again. Don't want it. He was hot. He's got such a thick winter coat now. And plus this pad that he's on, it's reflectic, so it bounces all the heat straight back into him, so he's got a really warm tummy. Oh, it's so grim outside. It really is grim. It's been, I don't think it's stopped raining at all night. And the wind has been howling the last five hours. Really howling. He wants to go out. Go on then, Bruce, off you go. Yeah, so wind is howling, which to be honest is a good thing because it might help dry the inside of the tent out, and I can hang my sleeping bag up and it might dry it. I'm hoping it stops raining for a bit and then I can set up a bit of a washing line to dry the stuff out. Because I hate drying stuff out over a fire because then it stinks of smoke, and also you don't want to do that with your sleeping bag anyway. The embers will just burn a hole straight through it, no problem. Yeah, the outside of my sleeping bag is pretty drenched. Obviously I'm dry inside. Right, what I'm going to do is put the rest of my clothes that I'm going to put on, put them in my sleeping bag now with me, so they're nice and warm when I put them on, and then I'll come back to you for coffee. Right, I'm up, I'm out. Now, Brucey, what have you done with your bowl? Bruce wants his breakfast, and it started snowing. I actually think it was snowing in the night, because it sounded like this. It was on and off. There's your bowl. The only one here happy about it snowing is going to be Bruce. Right now. Because it's freezing, it's cold, and it's grim. I just wish the wind would stop. Then it wouldn't be so bad. But it is what it is. Oh, I wish I had a roaring fire going as well. But I've got to go out in this and find some firewood. I don't know if you can see behind me. But it's starting to come down. Good boy. Go on then. Such a good boy. He's got snow on him. So he's going to go and lie out in this. As soon as he's had his breakfast, nothing I can do. He'll go up behind the camera where the mountains are. He'll lie down in the tussocks and he'll watch the snow coming down. I've seen him do it so many times now. Right, I am desperate for a coffee. Very, very desperate. Good. Well, I can feel the heat coming off that already. It's nice. And of course, the Trangia is windproof, which is very useful. I might have poured too much in there. I've got to make cowboy coffee. And to do that, you don't want to have too much water in there. Okay, Bruce, enough. There you go. Yeah, I know. Right, cowboy coffee. So the coffee I'm using is again from my subscriber Lena. She sent it all in one pack. Again, I think it's a Norwegian coffee. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Lenval, something like that. I'll put a link in the description. It comes with this salt, coffee salt. I've not put salt in coffee before, and that will be a first. So, I'm going to put my gloves on while I'm waiting. These pants that I hiked up in yesterday are the Hunter's Element, I think they're called Elite Downpour. Yeah, Hunter's Element Elite Downpour. You might be fogging up a bit as the camera warms up. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Hopefully it will clear up soon as it heats up. Yeah, Hunter's Element Elite Downpour. They're very good. 100% waterproof, windproof. They breathe pretty well. They're dry. I've got long johns on underneath that, leggings. I've got my waterproof socks. I don't know what Bruce is doing. He's going to knock the camera over. I thought you were going to go and play, Bruce. What are you doing? Morning. So he was... why? Why? Oh, good boy. He was good last night. He just settled under the blanket and that's it. He did kick the blanket off a couple of times and then I covered him again. Mainly I covered him because I just didn't want a soaking wet dog there and I wanted it to really dry him out while he was in the tent, and it did. He's bone dry now. That won't last, obviously. The tent, condensation nightmare. It is soaked inside. I don't know why he's lying here now. I think he's just watching the snow, although it's stopped. Condensation nightmare. I just don't know if that vent is good enough for if enough airflow can get through with me and the dog, a wet dog. So I don't think many tents could really cope with that unless it had just huge amounts of venting. So I'm going to cut Hilleberg some slack on that one, because as you can see, I've got the vent open now here. I've got it all completely open inside to let the wind try and wick the moisture away. But yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, he was wet. Even though I toweled him off, he's still wet. And I was, breathing all night, and it was a long night. We went to bed pretty early, and it's 100% humidity, raining all night, snowing all night. Because it's a 4-season tent, it doesn't vent at the bottom. It goes straight down to the ground. You can adjust it so it does. I think tonight what I'll do is I'll adjust it so it doesn't go straight down to the ground. But if it's windy and snowing, then that could be a problem. Ideally, the door would be on that side the way I've set this up, but there's only one entrance and it's there. Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of condensation. I didn't have the vent all the way open, I realized, halfway through the night, so I did open it up completely. But then it just gets so cold in the tent. But I guess you just hunker down, like Steve, in your sleeping bag, and so be it. Sleeping bag, my quilt was warm, it was lovely. It took me a while to get hot in there. My thermarest, as always, my pad, superb. And I folded my puffer jacket up and put it inside my my sweater, my jumper, and used that as a pillow. That was nice. Had my beanie on all night, and I hate wearing beanies, make your head itch. But you need a good thick beanie. And yeah, I had all I had on in the sleeping bag were my thermals. That's it. So again, it was only -1, -2. So, but tonight, I think it's getting down to -10. I saw the forecast before I came out. So that will be pretty brutal because everything will ice up as well. Yeah, the tent will be put on, the tarp will be put under some strain. The tarp did so well, it's still taut. Perfect, no pooling, no leaking at all. Nope, nothing, no leaking. I like this tarp. I mean, the connectors, they're plastic, so they look like they could be a bit fragile. Because they're plastic, they might snap in freezing conditions. But if that's the case, then you would just use the cloth material instead to guide through. You'd probably be better off cutting all these plastic things off and replacing them with really ultra lightweight metal carabiners, because I just don't think plastic will do it in sub-zero conditions. I think they could snap under stress, under pressure. And the camera is still going. That sat outside all night because I didn't want to bring it in the tent, because of the moisture and temperature and everything else. I wanted it to stay out here, so that stayed out all night and just switches on and goes perfectly. Operates in it. That camera, the Sony A600, works better in the cold than even a what do you call it? GoPro. I had a GoPro. I think it was a GoPro 7 Black, Hero 7 Black. Oh man, that thing died in the cold. It just couldn't cope at 0. Just kept dying. Change the batteries, heat the batteries up, and then it dies, and the screen doesn't work, then it doesn't record, and it freezes. It was terrible. Absolutely awful product. I actually sent it back, replaced it with a DJI Osmo, and that worked perfectly. Never had a problem with that. But as far as a mirrorless camera goes, this Sony, for such a compact size and a great lens, does a brilliant job. And it's weatherproof. Yeah, I've got a little makeshift board. I've got one of these, yellow one, stuck on the top, which works well. Stops microphone and everything getting saturated, and snow obviously would get in everywhere. So that does a good job. It's sort of snowing. Bruce, come out of there. Come out of there. You're knocking the guy line. Good boy. I know. What do you want? You've had your breakfast. Come on, come and lie down then. I thought you were going to play. we'll go out and look for some firewood later. You'll enjoy that because you always do. Yeah, so after I've had breakfast, such a handsome boy. You are a handsome boy. Oh, why are you crying? Are you happy? You're just so happy up here. This is, I'd say, of all the spots we go camping, this is his favourite spot. He just bounds with excitement when we get here. You can't stop him. And he knows the area so well now. He just goes and explores and he loves it. But he's just looking for some attention, some love right now. Your coat, nice and dry underneath. Oh, I wish you could stay dry all day. That would be nice to have a dry dog come into the tent tonight. But it's not going to happen, is it? Not going to happen. Sleepy yays. Right, I need to check the guy lines, stuff like that. Just tighten stuff up a bit. I'm tempted to bring this side down a bit, or even move the tent over here a bit. In fact, that's what I might do, is I might just turn the tent. Hang on, Brucey, sit down. I might bring the tent and pivot like Ross in Friends, pivot it to here. Just so that this edge is completely under the tarp, because the snow, I've noticed, is just landing here slightly. So I think after I've had my coffee, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move the tent around. It's a bit of a faff, but better to get it right. He's happy he's got a stick. Okay, coffee is looking like it's starting to boil. And it is. Okay. So I'll take that off the heat. That was pretty quick. Let that seep a bit. Just looking good. Okay. So yeah, the grounds, I just sprinkle the grounds in there. So cowboy coffee, all you do is, and that's had plenty of time in there now, is you just sprinkle just a bit of cold water on the top to make the grounds sink to the bottom. Bruce, no. Actually, it's still pretty hot, so I'm just gonna let the heater cool down first because I can see it's still moving. I'm going to leave that in there just to seep a bit longer. Oh, it's cold. Yeah, as I say, I've got every layer on. And as soon as your core gets hot, then hands and feet will be fine. My feet are actually warm. I kept my boots just on the inside of the tent flap. There's just about that much gap. It's not a vestibule, but it's enough for a water bottle and stuff like that. That works well. Yeah, keeping the hands warm today are going to be tricky. I've got my sealskin gloves, which are waterproof to a degree. Better than nothing, they keep your hands warm. I do have some Stony Creek waterproof gloves that are very warm as well. But these will do the trick. Feels better already in them. I just need this to stop moving inside, and then, is it ready? Okay, that's good. Right, we're ready. So something to do with the cold water going on top of the hot coffee grounds. Something to do with the gases, someone said. I can't remember what it was. But it makes all the coffee grounds sink to the bottom. My only concern is that these coffee grounds are pretty thick, so they won't do that. But it looks like it looks like it's worked. Okay, good. I can see them, that they've gone from the top. So I'm just going to leave that to sit. Make sure they're definitely sunk. And then enjoy my coffee. You see, that's, I think that's rain. Freezing rain. It's just very wet snow. It is starting to settle. It's starting to look a little bit snowy out there. Well, for those that wanted me to do a snow camp, I think you're going to get your wish. Yeah, you can't have too many layers, honestly. Okay. Moment of truth. Coffee time. No grounds. Perfect. Perfect. No grounds in the coffee. Cowboy coffee. Oh, that's nice. Nice coffee. I'll put a link to the coffee in the description. But it's Nordic coffee. That's smooth. Very smooth. So by putting the grounds in very early while it's cold and then heating it, gives it more time to. I think it burns off the acid in the coffee more, so it's much smoother. No bitterness. It's nice. Tell you another thing about, and you see the camera, I can see it's cleared right up now, so it's heated up inside. Tell you another thing about this camera, is the batteries last ages. That's still my first battery. And even in the freezing cold, these batteries and this camera just works so well. I guess it heats up, and I don't know. I don't think it's got any special heating function. It's just that running at 4K, it gets quite warm inside. And it just works well. As you can see, it's cleared up completely. But the batteries do last a long time. So if you're in the lookout for a mirrorless camera, a mirrorless DSLR, that's weatherproof and that has great battery life, the Sony A6600. Honestly, great camera. And I'd recommend you putting a small rig on it. So putting it in a small rig. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I'll put a link to the description of my gear, what I use. But the small rig allows you to mount all sorts of things. Yeah. See, that sounds like sleet, but it is snow. Okay, and as predicted, the wind is coming from that way. So I've got this tarp down here. So I'm barely feeling it. That's sleet. Yeah. This coffee is so nice. Oh, I'm so glad he's lying here. I might actually bring his pad out. He doesn't need it. I bring it out and then he moves off it. I guess for him, the ground where he's on is quite dry because it's under the tarp. He's sniffing, but he's not shivering at all. It's amazing. Border Collies, these dogs, were bred to sheep herd in Scotland in all conditions. And yeah, they're bred to work down to God knows what. Honestly, they've got this special coat, double layer coat, and the inner coat is so warm and fluffy, and the outer coat is water repellent. And honestly, so they don't use Border Collies. I've said this before. They don't use Border Collies in New Zealand for sheep herding because it's too mild. That got me. It needs to be really cold consistently to use these dogs. Which is why he's just so at home outside in these conditions, and it doesn't faze him at all. He's probably not on camera, but he's looking around. Very happy, aren't you, Brucey? You happy? Yeah. And when you feel his tummy, it's so warm. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah. And when you feel under his coat, even though he doesn't really like it that much when I do that, that's very, very warm. Yeah. But on top, you can't tell. So it's a very efficient coat. Oh, I wish I had that coat. If he curls up, if he goes fetal, then I would assume he's feeling a bit chilly. Then I would bring his pad out and his blanket and put that on him. But right now there's no point because he's going to get up. As soon as it starts really snowing heavily, he's out of here. He's going to go and play in that for sure. It's amazing how a hot drink can make you feel so much warmer. Feeling it already. That's amazing, not a single ground has come through. They'll all be at the bottom of the kettle. Yeah, it's full of grounds. Okay. I'm going to chill, have this coffee, then move the tent around a bit. Yeah. Okay, I've moved the tent around. Just pivoted it a bit. Just in time because the snow is coming down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna make some pancakes. But this time I've got some egg and milk to mix it with, but what's happened is these stupid containers are not watertight. So it's leaked out. Even though I wrapped it. Look at that. I know he's going to lick this up. Any that's left over he can have. Oh no. Put that in his bowl and then he'll have that. If the wind stays like this, very calm, then great. But I've got a feeling it's not going to. Yeah, so what's happened is, it's leaked because I've climbed for so much higher. I packed this at sea level, and now we're at... Here, Bruce, you can lick that out, look. Here, what's in there? You're gonna love that, aren't you? There's my little wiper cloth. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's sea level, and then you come up here and then everything opens up. It's a nightmare. Oh, Brucey. Such a character. Right. The ongoing saga of the pancakes. Okay, Brucey, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, lie down on your pad. Come on here. Bruce, you've got it all. There's nothing left. Come on, lie down on your bed. Come on, lie down. Good boy, just stay there. Oh, look, there's plenty in there. Hang on, Bruce, just wait a sec. I know, you're gonna love that. Get it all in there. Nice egg and milk. Here you go. There. If the snow really settles, then he'll disappear. He's next to me now. Just in case you're wondering, if you've seen Bruce before, he's always out playing. If you're wondering, why is he lying next to me now in the morning? He never does that. It's because he knows the routine. And the routine is breakfast. He knows that routine, and yeah. Now, what did I do with the lid? Oh, there it is. Okay, so put some water in. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, I read the instructions for once. It said you meant to put the water in and then immediately turn it upside down and bang it. I haven't been doing that. Oh yeah, look at that, it worked. RTFM. If you don't know what RTFM is, Google it. But it's basically read the effing manual. Okay, Brucey, there's no more. That was it. Lie down. On your bed. No, not there. Come over here. Why? Come on. That's it. Under the tarp. Nice. Yeah, he's completely covered, which is great. Oh, yeah. See, in front I can't really see the snow because the light is coming in that direction. Bruce, lie down. I know you don't like it when I do this. Ooh, icy. Wow. I don't think you can see all that coming off the side, but a lot of ice. Holy moly. I didn't think it was snowing that much. I thought suddenly, hey, that's really drops down. Okay, something tells me I'm going to be doing this all day. Look, I could set this up differently so I wouldn't have to do it, but this is fine. If I had a fire going in here, then it wouldn't be an issue. I didn't think you'd like that. Okay. All right, so those have been following the long saga of my morning pancakes and how I can't for the love nor money get my hands on a non-stick Trangia pan. Ta-da! Oh, it's covered in, oh, that will burn off. The GSI 10-inch outdoor non-stick pan, and it is rugged. I mean, this thing is built. I reckon you could put that on a fire, no problem. Solid handle. I like it. Now, it doesn't fit perfectly, obviously, because it's not meant for this, especially this one, which is the smaller Trangia, but it will go on those prongs like that. As long as I can get enough heat into it, which I'm sure I can, we'll be fine. Okay, let's spark her up. Gosh, that was a lot of snow that just came off the tarp. Again, I'm not sure if you could see the amount that came off there. Hopefully you can. Oh, I so prefer this to the sound of gas. Butane. Such an awful set. Wow, there's snow coming in the front here. How's that happening? I'm hoping that's not too far away from the flame. Where did that snow just come from? Oh, it's just blowing from the front. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for this to make sure. I've got my door open because I want it to vent. Wow, it's coming down. That's why. Oh, and I can see him. He's, as predicted, he's out there now in the snow. He's going to come back covered in snow. Blowing in the front a bit. This is why I didn't want the wind. That's what I was dreading. Snow just, it just gets everywhere. It really does. But the wind is meant to be coming from over here. These are quite big chunks. It's nice. Hope you can see this on camera. It's beautiful. Hey, Brucey. Bruce is here. Come round. Come here. Look at the size of the snowflakes on you, and I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. You're going to shake right next to me, aren't you? No, no, that's my bowl. Hey, 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 hey. That's my bowl. You got your own, pal. Okay, pancakes. Got distracted there, didn't I, by the snow. Got some oil. Oh, man. Avalanche. Wow. You probably didn't pick that up. That was loud. It was a big, roaring, thunderous avalanche up the tops. That was pretty loud. It sounds like thunder, but it's not thunder. All right, I'm gonna go for it. No time like the present. Oh, it's sizzling. Okay, that's good. Right, you know what? I'm gonna flip it, whatever. Oh no, it's still not ready though. Takes a long time in these conditions, I tell you that. People comment, like last time, oh, I can't believe how long you had that on the heat for. It was ages. Yeah, it's freezing up here. It's high altitude. Everything takes longer at high altitude. It's not the same as at sea level. It really isn't. Everything takes longer. It takes longer to boil water, it takes longer to cook food, and when it's really cold, it just takes longer. So yes, you might at home in your kitchen, in the comfort of your home, cook pancakes in the matter of minutes. Not up here, not at this altitude. Whatever we're at, 1400 meters in winter, -2. No, everything takes longer. I'll probably still get the comments though, rubbish, but it does honestly take longer. And especially when you don't have a perfect fitting pan. Gas would be quicker, I'd give you that much. Gas would be quicker. But it would just sound awful. You don't want to hear gas on the camera, if you know what I mean. Alright, do I go for it? Do I try and flip it in the air? No, it's just suctioned on. So I'm gonna have to use the spatula to do it. No, man, it's not. It's just still not ready. Still not got a good base. It is cranking now though, and it wasn't before. So I just really need to get that heat into it. Someone did comment, your first pancake is your sacrificial one. Good point. The heat from that coffee is starting to wear off. I'm going to need another coffee soon. Might have to mix some hot chocolate in with it. Now the next thing I'm afraid of happening is my pancake mix freezing, which it could do. It's cold enough. I can see the water is freezing over there that I'm collecting for Brucey. Hey little man. How are you still warm? Hmm? I know. We'll go out and play in the snow in a bit. Yeah, so after I've had breakfast, I'll take him out into the snow for a bit of fun. But it's not deep yet. He loves it when it's really deep. Oh, shall I try and turn this? Come on. Good non-stick pan, I have to say. It's doing its job. It's not sticking at all, but just the conditions are so harsh. What I do is just turn it around a bit. Because I just think that the heat isn't getting to it on this side. wish the wind would stop. Sort of reminds me of some of Matthew Pose's videos of when he's sort of almost in a blizzard setting up his camp. The difference here to there is that there's so much firewood available where he goes. Dead standing. Tons. There's nothing, hardly anything here. This is a very, very healthy forest. Very healthy. The tops here. New Zealand doesn't have acid rain. Doesn't have all the problems that you get in North America or Europe. So, you know, acid rain is one of the biggest killers of trees. We don't get that. So everything's just really healthy. There's just nothing that destroys. And these beech trees, there's no predators for it. And it is a beech forest. There are no other trees. Just beech. That's it. We don't have native pine and stuff like that. That's all forestry. So you're spoilt for choice over there. It was here. Very, very difficult to get firewood when you're up here. I mean, I could walk around for an hour and not find anything suitable. It's that hard. And because it does rain a lot up here, anything that is dead standing just rots very quickly. So he wants to lie down in the snow. You watch. He's going to lie down in the snow. Oh, maybe not. He's wagging his tail. He's very happy. He's looking for, I don't know what, sticks and things like that. He's making up his mind what he's doing. Oh, I forgot about my pancake. Right. Oh, it's ready. Okay, finally. Yes! A pancake! At last! Oh, that smells so good. We have success, finally. Non-stick pan, that's all I needed. See? Just enough not to be under the tarp. Just enough so he can feel the snow coming on him. He's a mad, mad boy. Oh, I'm so happy that's worked. Now, I do have some bacon as well, but I might save that for lunchtime. Yeah. I'm definitely going to go and try and find some firewood. I just know I've got to walk a long way to find it. Which means going out into what is almost a sort of blizzard-like condition out there on the tops. I'll bring you along for the ride there, but not with my big camera. I'll have to just use my iPhone. Oh, I hate beanies. And then when you do find branches that are dead, because they're horizontal, they're punky, they're full of water, they're no use. It's got to be standing upright dead, and that's just so difficult to find. I mean, I've scoured this place before, and I found hardly anything. So I know I'm going to have to walk a long way. Oh, this pancake smells so good. It will be so nice to actually have a proper pancake that's not mulch for a change. It's moving in the pan. Oh, yeah, again, if this is the first time you've seen it and you're wondering what I'm freaking out about, you know, the usual pans that you get with Trangia, like this one is hard anodized,
Small, they're very small, they're tiny really. And they're not non-stick. You can get a non-stick pan, but I can't get one for love nor money. Trangia won't send me one. I've tried on their website, no stock, and the rest are in Europe, and they won't send it to New Zealand. No stock in America on Amazon. And Trangia just won't respond. So, GSI to the rescue. It's another outdoor company, I assume. I got this on Amazon. It's cheaper than the Trangia. It's bigger than Trangia. It's just a bit heavier. But it's got a decent handle, which you don't get with the Trangia again. You've got to use these stupid things, which I hate. These grippers, which transmit the heat. I mean, they're pretty awful things. Yeah. But I do like the Trangia as a whole. The base, it's very stable. It's windproof. Yeah, and it's quiet, which is nice. So I do like these alcohol stoves. They're very good. It's still snowing a bit. It's died down a lot. I'm not sure how much snow we're meant to be getting. Okay, I think we're ready for this. Oh yeah, that's done. Great. Woohoo! A pancake. Look at that. Put some frozen maple syrup on it and tuck in. I'm going to keep the pan on the heat because I might have another pancake. So I want to keep that roasting hot. Okay, bon appetit. A decent pancake. Oh, that's good. That's so good. Finally. That only took 8 camping trips or something to sort out. In fact, I think people are going to be disappointed that I don't have another disaster. I'm going to wolf this down. Oh, it's so good. And you know what? The flavour is so much better because I put some egg and milk in there. It's definitely more fluffy, and the outsides are definitely more crispy. It's very nice. Best yet. The egg and the milk. That's worked well. I've wolfed that down. Oh my God, that was so good. So good, I need another one. Okay, it should be quicker this time because the pan is much hotter. And anyone who knows me knows I like big pancakes. I don't want a small pancake. Again, you can all cook it how you want to cook it. I'm going to cook it the way I want to. I want a big pancake. Well, there'll be plenty of snow for me to melt, that's for sure. I can even just take it off the tarp if I have to melt it for water. You can have a shake, Bruce. Shake. Go over there and shake. No? Oh, he's looking for food. Even though he's had his breakfast and he had a double portion, he is a bottomless pit. He'll just eat and eat till he throws up. But yeah, he's been to the vet. He's the perfect weight, perfect health. He's having the exact right amount of food. I get a lot of comments about, oh, your dog needs to eat more. Give your dog more food. Funnily enough, those comments only come from India. I don't know why that is. I'm not sure why I only get those comments from Indian subscribers. I mean, you know, I don't mind it. I just he's on the right diet. This is what he eats. This is how much he should be having. He's a perfect weight. He's lean. He's very, very fit. And he's on a special high protein diet, which packs a lot more food in than your normal, a lot more calories than your normal dog food. But I'm not sure why in India you would think that, you know, why your dogs have to have so much food. Maybe someone can explain that to me. And now I can hear the snow. So yeah, once you get a layer of snow on there and you think, oh, it stopped snowing. Well, it's still coming down. Okay, how are we looking? Is it ready to flip? Yeah, ready to flip. Okay. Ta-da! Another perfect pancake. So is it the egg or the milk that makes it a bit crispy? Don't know. I'm not complaining, I like it. But I tell you what, the second you take your gloves off, flipping heck, it gets cold. Need to get more hot drinks in me. Need to make more coffee. And hot chocolate. Mix them together, have a mocha. Right, we are ready for my pancake. Must be done by now. Oh, that was good timing because the fuel is just about to die. Nice. So as you saw out there, it is beautiful, very pretty. But you can see, like I showed you above there, what's above me. Very barren. And the wind, when it whips over there, it's a nightmare. And tops are very dangerous. Quite a few people have died up here. Just unprepared. Didn't have shelter. Oh, my hands are freezing. Trying to find the hut. There's only one hut in this area. Yeah, poor woman died, I think it was last year. She was with her teenage son. They got stuck in the snowstorm up here. She sent him on ahead to try and get help. She couldn't go any further. And by the time he got to the hut, it was dark. There were people there, but they couldn't do anything for her. And search and rescue came out the next day and found her frozen to death. Yeah, she'd had hypothermia. She couldn't move any further, I guess. But she wasn't prepared. She was prepared for a night in the hut. And the one that they were going to had a fire in it. I always assume that the hut's going to be full. So you're going to need to have some shelter. Even if it's a really basic tent or bivvy, as long as but the key thing is you've got a really good sleeping bag and a good sleeping pad. You just can't assume you're going to make it to the hut here if the conditions change. And she didn't check the forecast. Yeah, luckily the boy survived. That must have been horrible for him. And she would have died not knowing whether he made it or not. Just, you know, horrible circumstance, horrible. But that's the mountains. Gotta respect them. Definitely getting colder. I saw the forecast said for tonight it was going to be -9, -10. With that wind chill, it'll be, I don't know, -20 wind chill. Pretty cold. That was very nice. Very nice. I'm so ready for a hot drink. Oh, that was tasty. Oh. I lost all the heat in my legs and everything going out there. Feet got cold again. Oh. Oh, what I could do for a fire right now. I would love it. I'd have it just here on this sort of ridge. You wouldn't need a big one. Just enough to get some red hot coals. And it would just make such a difference to the experience. I'm dreading going out looking for firewood. There we go. Got some steam action. Okay. Now I can give it a stir. Okay, hot chocolate time. I think I've got one of those oh boy hot chocolates. Yep, another Nordic thing that Lena sent me. Thank you, Lena. Oh boy hot chocolate. Is this Norwegian? I'm not sure. Swedish? I guess in the Nordic countries you just share so much stuff. I can't actually see where this was made, but it is tasty. I think it's Swedish because the first language on there is Swedish on the example, so yeah, it'll be Swedish. And Lena is Swedish. How are you doing, Brucey? Hey? What are you up to? You can see he's not cold at all. He's just happy, just chilling. He's like, what's your problem? Okay, I'm gonna chill again, literally. Clean up a bit.
come back to you later when I'm going to get the firewood. Yeah. Look who's decided to hunker down. He came and lay down and curled up on his pad. That's the sign. That's the sign that he wants to warm up again. So I just throw the blanket on him and he'll go to sleep. So you see, he knows. When he's had enough, he knows. Right. Just managed to get signal for a minute. Got a message from Anne, my wife, saying, how is it? Said it's freezing cold, snowing and fun. Not. She said, are you staying another night still? Yeah. I said, I'm going to stay another night. Right, I think I'm going to finish this and get out there. I'll bring you along with me, but on the iPhone, because I don't want to trudge all that way carrying this camera. And he's going to come with me. I might just leave him actually. I might wait for 20 minutes. Let him get nice and toasty. And then go. Because he's obviously happy. He's obviously content to just lie there right now. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to sit. Let this food and drink do its job, warm me up, and then come back to you when I'm out there looking for firewood. Catch you then.
Oh, at what speed does the wind have to blow to be a blizzard? Hey, Brucey? Right, got to find some firewood. Man, this is going to be tricky. It's coming down. I'm just in there. Oh man, it is howling. It is grim. Right, I'm gonna get this firewood, get back to camp. I don't think I'll be filming me looking for it. I just got to get on with it. Conditions are pretty grim. Catch you later. Bruce is having a great time. Bruce, what are you doing? Hey buddy, you having fun? Yes you are. All right, come back to you later. Okay, I got three pieces here. I've had to come back to the track. Hey Bruce, come here. Come and say hello. Come on, come here. Hey Bruce, come here. Come on. Brucey's not helping. He's just playing in the snow. So, yeah, I've had to come back to the actual track where I exited to get this wood. It's luckily just by the track. Hey Brucey. So we're all the way over there, there at the top. So I've got to drag all this wood all over there. Well, you know what they say. Firewood heats you 3 times. Right. And there are my pieces. I don't know how long that will last me. Probably not that long. But we'll see. Right, let's get on with this. Oh, that was brutal. We had to go all the way back to the track. I've put Bruce on his bed just so I can keep an eye on him, keep him warm. The snow, it's quite fine, so it's blowing in everywhere. I almost need it to get really heavy and thick. As you can see, it's dusting everything. I've already bashed this off once. Stay there, Bruce. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep doing this. Woo. It'll take a lot of weight though, but
Man, so I've got the 3 big pieces of wood. I guess I got to start chopping them up. Brucey is getting wet. I'm going to cover his face. There you go. Oh. He's happy though. He had a great time out there. I think he wanted to stay out there and keep playing. But I really wanted to come back in. I could bring this end of the tarp right down, to be honest. If the snow gets any worse, then that's probably what I'll do, is just bring this side down more. In fact, I might do that now. Right, how's that? Is that better? I hope so. Everything's getting covered in snow. Man, it's just coming in. It's coming from so many different angles. This is going to be in the way, isn't it? But it is coming in. It's blowing straight in. Gonna have to move some stuff out of the way here. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it seems to have changed direction. And the wind has definitely picked up. Oh man, that was tough. Dragging all that wood was hard work. Right, I'm going to move the camera a bit so you can actually see in here. He's fine. He's on his, well, he's half on his mat. Oh, he's on it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind if it gets heavy. That's fine. Look at this. Wow. That's the trouble with snow, is it just comes in everywhere. As long as it doesn't get in the tent, then we'll be okay. I need to start chopping this up. I need to get this fire going. I'll come back to you when I've got it chopped up. I've got my saw. Silky saw at the hand, ready to go. All right, come back to you when I got this all sawed. Looking good. Ooh. Tell you what, I'm hot now. After chopping all that up. So I just want to have my fire there. Still early. If I light it now, I don't know that I've got enough firewood to last through to tonight. I might do. I mean, it's going to take a while to get it hot, even with my fat wood, which I've got here. Oh man, that took it out of me. That was brutal. I don't know if you can see him here. Hey Brucey, you okay? Hello. Oh, you're dry. You got a wet nose though. Good boy. Okay. He's all right. I mean, he's super warm. His blanket's going to be wet, but what I'm hoping is once I get this fire going, I might be able to dry some stuff off. The snow is definitely forming on here. Oh, Bruce, come back here, come back here, come back here. Here, here, here. Oh, Bruce, why did you do that? Go on, off you go. Go, Bruce. I know you want to go and play. Why did you? No. He won't settle. He'll settle for a few minutes and then that's it. I bang the tarp and he's off. What are you doing, Brucey? Are you staying or are you going? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Staying or going? What are you doing? You can't sit there. I'm going to light the fire there. Come back on your bed or go and play. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, good. Stay on your bed. Good call, Brucey. Good call. It's just because I banged the tarp. He doesn't. It's not that he doesn't like it. It's that it triggers him into going into play mode, which leads to all sorts of problems. Do I light the fire now? Start drying stuff out? I think that's preferable actually, because my feet are cold. My feet are cold. I need to dry his blanket out. Yeah. Let's get the fire cranking. Okay. I think we're in business. There's plenty of air getting to it. All right, fingers crossed, we've got it. I've got more fat wood just in case, but that's looking pretty good. And maybe, I wonder if there's no knots, then I could try and bat on some of this. I'll give it a go and see what happens. I've tried this so many times. And it never wants to do it. Try with the thin stuff first. Although that would be a good baton. Well, I've got shaving. Must be a knot there. Yeah, there is. Wow, tell you what, this knife's a lot better for batoning than my Gerber Bear Grylls knife. Nothing wrong with that knife. It just doesn't want to do batoning properly. I don't know why that is. Oh sugar, look at that. That's what I didn't want to happen. See, now it's going to go out. Oh, that was stupid. Stupid. I just put it out straight away. Oh no, that is not what I wanted to happen. It collapsed and has gone out. That is gutting. Oh my God. Why did I do that? I tell you, there was nothing easy about getting a fire going. There really isn't. Not in these conditions and not with this wood. Okay. Gonna need to get another piece of fat wood, I think, because this is not gonna light up again unless I can get some wind in it. Oh, you know what I could do? I've got an idea. Hang on, all might not be lost. If I can get a breeze going in here, I might be able to get these coals to ignite. Okay. This might work. What did I say? Never give up, baby. flex tail gear pump. But it's not really. Is it getting there? Is it doing it? This stuff is so difficult to ignite and to stay going. Really is. It needs to be ridiculously hot. Might be worth me putting some fat wood in there and just seeing if that does the trick. Because the fat wood burns so hot. Okay, here we go again. Wow. Okay, that's the difference fat wood makes. Well, we really need this to take off, so let's put as much as possible on without it falling over again and putting the fire out. Right, I'm now going to just leave it alone. Either it takes or it doesn't. I'm not going to touch it now because I want to see if it will just go. It's just too much moisture. Wow. Oh no. Oh, I think that just all went in the tent. Let me close the tent up. Oh. Good boy, Chris. It's okay. It's okay. Stay there. Just moving you a bit. Oh man, these conditions are awful. And even worse if you can't have a fire. Well, should we see if we can split one of these big ones? Don't know if it's worth the bother. They're so knotted. Oh, this one might go. Go around the knot. I like this knife. Tops Bob. That's split. That's dry. Bone dry inside. See, fire's going out. This knife, very good. Fieldcraft knife by Tops, made in the USA. Fieldcraft by the Brothers of Bushcraft. I don't know what to tell you. It's very thick, solid tang. Got a thumb grip. Other than that, it's got a striker, just in case you're using a fire steel. Very heavy, but very good. As you saw from that battening, it did the job. This is the life. This is the life. I am enjoying myself, believe it or not. Even though it is grim outside, I am enjoying being in the snow. I love the snow. I just wish it was thick, thick, thick flakes and picturesque and no wind. But beggars can't be choosers. Okay, come back to you later. Hopefully with a red hot coal fire. We will see. I'm just boiling up some water on the fire. making a mess of my Trangia kettle. It's gonna go all brown and gunky now. And little man under here on his blanket. He's steaming. I've been covering him up. Oh, he's tired. Good boy. I know. Lie down, Brucey. It's okay. Yeah, so I've that's full of snow. The kettle fire is giving off lots of heat. Nice coal bed. Went through a really smoky phase, but the wood that I betoned, I put that all on top, and that's all working well now. I just left it after that. Found its own rhythm. As it gets to a damp bit though, it gets smoky. But at least it's giving off some heat. Quite a lot of heat, in fact. I think everything's steaming. This tree is steaming. My trousers are steaming. So are my shoes. So it's working. Just takes a while. You just got to get the red hot coals going, and then it's all good. It's going to smoke a lot when I put these big pieces on, but here's what it is. Oh, that's hot, that fire. That is nice. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, fire, honestly. I don't know if you can see him down here, but there's actually steam coming off the blanket. Oh, look, he's getting it on him. I'm just going to cover him up. He doesn't mind getting snow on his face, but I just don't want to see him like that. Oh, that's good. That is so nice. Yeah, it's safe to say I haven't got enough firewood. Yeah, damn. Right, I've decided. Oh, mind out, Brucey. Good boy. That's it. Stay there. Right, I'm going to cook up some. Meat. Got my lamb. So yeah, it's been a while. My fire's doing really well. Got some salt. Rosemary and garlic. Chuck that all in. Rosemary from my garden. Why I didn't do this before I came out, I don't know. I should have done. Just didn't think. Okay. Probably going to need more oil. It depends how much fat comes off that lamb. I would have brought my grill up with me, my folding collapsible grill, but that's very heavy. And again, I've slogged up here to 1400 meters. I don't really want to carry that with me. But the fire has made such a difference to my mood. I think yesterday evening, when I got here and I got it all set up and I was sitting out, you could tell probably I was okay, but I was cold. I had chills. And it's because I was a bit damp from the walk up. Even though I changed into dry stuff, my underwear was obviously a bit sweaty. And no fire, and it was just freezing cold, and it was raining. So there was nothing uplifting. Snow is much nicer. It just looks nice. I'm looking out at you know, all this white. It's lovely. Look at that. Lovely layer of fat on the outside. Yum. Okay. Right. Oh, that smoke is ridiculous. Okay. We're back. Oh, smoke. What is... Seriously. I turn the camera on and then it just goes nuts and blows this way. That's ridiculous. It's been blowing that way the entire time until I turn the camera on. What is up with that? Okay, I'm going to cut some off for Bruce. Oh my God, it's so perfect. Woo. Not too much because, again, oh, come on. It was perfect before that. Okay. Yeah, not too much. Because it's just not good for him to have too much food. He'll be sick. Right, that's for Bruce. Wait. Oh, the smoke. Come on. That's crazy. I know why it is. It's because I've got a log on the top there. Move that off. That might be a bit better. I need it all to just catch. Okay. Right. He's such a good boy. Look at that. Right, I'm going to slice some off for me. Oh, man. Look at that. Is just beautiful meat. Okay, Brucey. Go on then. Good boy. I will be picking the bones clean afterwards as well. But I am very hungry. Stomach's been going nuts. Okay. Oh, hands are so cold. Right. Bon appetit. Oh my word. That's so good. Oh, gosh, my left hand is freezing. It's cramping up a bit. What do you think, Bruce? Was that good? Was that nice? Oh, he's wolfed his down. The lamb is so succulent. Oh, the smoke. This is the problem with fires. The smoke. The lamb is so beautiful. So tender. It wasn't smoking just a minute ago. Crazy. He's sniffing around. There's no more. And I'm hoping this catches fire so the smoke stops. I'll tell you what I can do. Mini pump to the rescue. Excellent. Oh, I can feel the heat. We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, I don't know what caused the cramping in my hand just then. Maybe I hadn't had enough salt. Bit of bone. I'm definitely hydrated. I've had so much to drink, so much water. But I reckon it was salt. Well, plenty of salt on this. He's growling. What is it, Bruce? What's the matter? Go on then, go and have it. Nothing there. Have you got that out of your system? Not yet. Are you done? Is that it? You done? Well done. Right. Absolutely flipping delicious. Oh. Not frozen. Oh, come on, don't follow me, smoke. Stay away. Oh. Right, this is... I didn't tip anything there, Bruce. You can just smell the fire. That's what you can smell. Now, what I might do is, yeah. So this is a Behemoth Brewing Company Something Hoppy IPA. Oh, looking forward to this. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming. Oh, that's cold. But it's nice. Getting some good heat out of this fire now. He's been out there playing for quite a while. I just wanted him to come back and just rest a bit. It's almost time for his dinner. Been a while since we had that lamb. You can hear how damp the wood is, sizzling away. But it's good coal base. Just moving his head out of the way of the smoke, I think. I checked the thermometer. Still -5. Probably get a bit colder tonight. Right, what I need to do is warm up my Moldovan brandy and have a cigar. Right, this goes in the inside pocket. My Moldovan brandy. Can you see him? Look at him, lying down in the snow. Under the branch. He's focused on something. People don't believe me, honestly. I get so many comments. Oh, he needs this, he needs that. You're not looking after your dog properly. Blah, 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 blah. You wait. There'll be a million comments in this video about it as well. People just don't learn, do they? They know best. Everybody knows best. Everybody seems to know my dog better than I do. Not everybody. There's some really great comments out there about our bond. I have a very close bond with him, no matter what anybody says. Someone wrote the other day, your dog is so sad. He's not happy. I tell you what, it's just, I don't want to reply with anything too bad, but you just don't know my dog, obviously. What can I say? He's one of the happiest dogs I know. He has a great time. He runs free at home, runs free. He's playing. He's playing in the snow by himself. This is what border collies do. They have so much fun. They're nutters. He's wagging his tail. Brucey, look at you. He's just happy. And he's off. That's it. He's off. Oh. God, I hate beanies. Did I tell you I hate beanies? Let's do his dinner first. Oh my gosh. His bag, his backpack is frozen solid. Look at that. It's absolutely frozen. Wow, never seen that. Oh my God, it really is frozen. Zip won't open. Jeez. I think the other side's okay. Yeah. That needs to defrost a bit. Everything is freezing up. My backpack's probably frozen. Although I have got it under cover. Oh man. Yeah, that is frozen solid. I'll put that there by the fire. Let it defrost. Come on, stay. I don't want his towel to freeze. Because I need that to dry him off. Oh. Okay, so my cigar there. You can't see him at the moment, but as soon as he hears the sound of food hitting the bowl, he'll be here. Yes, Brucey, it's dinner. Hang on. Give you a big portion. Hold on, wait. Sit. Oh, look at you covered in snow. Such a good boy. Go on then. Good boy. Now, the reason I don't put water in with his food is I want it to clean his teeth, and the food does that. If you put water in it, he doesn't have to crunch it so much. This is steaming now. It shouldn't take long to defrost this. I don't know why I'm defrosting it. It's going to just freeze again tonight. But I might put it underneath my backpack so that it doesn't refreeze. You see, he's covered in snow. I am enjoying myself. It is cold. I keep saying that. I'm just not used to the cold. Got to remember that I lived in Asia 20 years. And your blood thins when you live in a warm climate for so long. It really does. I'll just move this forward all the way over there. Is that better? Yeah. Your blood really does thin. You just lose that ability to cope with the cold. And where I live in New Zealand, it's just so sunny most of the time. Believe it or not, even though I post rain videos, they're not from where I live. None of these videos, I don't live near here. I'm hours away from here, 3 hours drive from here. You just need the wind to stay away. That's all. It's just picking up again. I can hear it in the trees above. And then when it's really fine snow, that's a bit of a nightmare. But it looks like we're in the fog. Cheers. So smooth. Just a bit cold. Come on, warm up. There we go. Just that little bit of warmth coming from the fire is everything. It really is. It just makes the biggest difference. It really does. It's such a different experience with the fire. I'll tell you another channel I've been watching lately. Actually, I've been watching it. I've been subscribed for a long time, but I've really been watching it more often. Bruce, calm down. You're gonna wear yourself out. Yeah, what have I been watching? Corporal's Corner. Corporal's Corner with, I think it's Corporal Sean Kelly. He's a former Marine. Seems like a straight up good guy. But his skills are unbelievable. I mean, what this guy creates, it makes this just look nothing. He spends time and he produces stuff every week. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if he has cold conditions where he is. It always seems to be pretty mild. Not much rain. Whether that's just because he chooses to do that, go out in those conditions or not, I don't know. But it's like the opposite of my channel. Yeah, completely opposite. I do everything in the rain with a tarp and a tent. He has pretty good conditions, but he builds stuff like you can't imagine. Hidden shelters, bunk beds. Ay, ay, ay. Some of the stuff that he does. I could never do that stuff here because we don't have the deadfall. We don't have the dead wood. And you shouldn't use living trees for that stuff. But also, you know, the land here, you're not allowed to do most of the stuff he does here unless you had your own private property. But what he does, it's fantastic to watch. There must be, throughout the forests around him, littered just all of his different bunkers, cot beds, everything he's built. They're incredible. You know, by the swamps, he builds stuff over the water. I love it. Very entertaining channel. His food, oh my God, that is a heart attack waiting to happen. Sean, if you're watching, which you're probably not because you're too busy building stuff, but if you were watching, I would say, dude, I hope you don't eat like that at home. I hope it's just when you're doing those things because, oh my God, that is just a coronary waiting to happen. Everything he cooks is so unhealthy. Very, very tasty, but so unhealthy. I want to send him in for a health check just to make sure he's all right. Seems like a great guy. And he served in some great places as well. So much respect for people that have served in the military. For whatever reason you do it, just serving is enough. Bruce, what's this down here? What's here? Come here. You are making such a noise. Oh. You worked yourself into a thirst. And you're wagging your tail at the same time, and you're covered in snow, and he's off again. Not a happy dog. Gee, look at him. Look at him go. So he's pouncing on the shadows because I've got the light on. That's what he's doing. He hasn't got his light on. If I put his light on, he'd go even more nuts. Actually, I need to put it on just so I can see him. Hey, Brucey, come here. Come here. Wait. Okay, go on now.
It's a winter wonderland, and Bruce is going nuts out in the snow. It's almost bedtime. Oh, Christ, it's so slippery. Oh, there he goes. Bruce? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, he looks like devil eyes. The reflection on his eyes. What's over here? Come and have a look. What's this? What's down there? Oh. This camp. It's a bit smoky. Oh. All the snow. Oh. Sorry, Brucey. Bruce is by me. Go on, Bruce. Go. Oh. He's leading the way. Oh. Got some snow on the top that I need to bash off. In fact, there's snow everywhere. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's cold coming out here. Feet are frozen already. It's kind of frozen. The tent's frozen. All the paracord is frozen. That's paracord. Yeah, it's cold. Ridgeline's frozen. But Bruce is having a good time, aren't you, Brucey? Hey? What are you doing? Oh, look at your eyes. Oh, spooky. Spooky. Camp. Right. I think... Oh my God, all this paracord is just frozen solid. I think it's bedtime. What do you think, Bruce? You think it's bedtime? Well, I hope it doesn't snow too much tonight. Come on, Brucey, let's go back to camp. Go on. Good boy. Oh. Oh. I need to get this snow off my feet. Melt it by the fire. Oh. See you in a sec. Oh. Man, it's cold. I'm surprised the camera's working. It is now about -8. It's going to be -10 tonight. As forecast, I can just tell. It's just getting colder.
There's a little bit of fire going. I need to get the snow off my boots. I don't want that all frozen in there tomorrow. The fire is almost out. This one big log on top is giving off tons of smoke. Bruce, what are you doing? Bruce, come here. Why are you lying in the snow? Oh my God, you're coated. You're covered in snow. Oh no, I've got him in the tent with me tonight. Okay, camera's telling me that the battery is pretty much dead. I think that's just because it's so cold. It should last longer than that, but it is cold. The camera's cold. It is struggling. I don't know. Would most people come out in conditions like this? Oh. And I know in North America, it's not a problem. You deal with it. Just not used to it here. Just not used to it at all. This Sony camera is doing well. I mean, this is only my third battery. It's doing pretty well. I don't know what the coldest this thing can go down to. I mean, it's telling me there's 0 battery left, but it's still recording. Go figure. Big flakes. Big flakes of snow coming in now. Right, I need to get this ready to dry him off. Dry his bed off. His blanket is under cover. Yep. That's good because I've got to put that on him in the tent. It's going to be a wet night in the tent. Lots of condensation. Because I can't have the vent open that much because of the amount of snow that's coming in. What am I doing here? I am enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the snow. Bruce is having a fantastic time. Honestly, he couldn't be having a better time right now. Brucey, come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come and have some water. Here. What's this? Here. What's in your bowl? Look at him. Look at him. He's covered in snow. Absolutely covered, look. Had some water. Now he's going back out in the snow to lie down. Just shows all those people that comment, your dog needs a raincoat, your dog's miserable, your dog's not happy. He's the happiest dog on earth. Not happy, honestly. He's so happy. This is he's in his element. He's lying down. I can't tell if you can see him or not, but he's lying down in the snow looking at it with his little light lighting up the snow, and he is so happy. If he was cold, he would come in, but he's not. He's obviously warm. Oh, that's dry already. Good. Let me dry this foot. Oh, thank God for the fire. Makes it so much easier, especially to warm your feet up. The snow is coming in every way possible. Okay, I'll catch you at bed. Okay, I'm in bed. Brucey's just down here. He's in bed. He's on his pad. He's covered with the blanket. Hopefully he stays there. It's double wrapped. It's cold. That battery on the camera is dying already. Incredible. It's wet in here. I have tried to dry it off, but it's just wet. It's just the whole thing is wet. It's condensation everywhere. Oh, this is what you have to do. Got to mop it all off.
try your hardest to anyway. It's gonna freeze, I'm assuming, tonight. Oh, it's grim. It's so grim. Oh. Yeah, it's grim. Floor's wet, Bruce is wet. I've dried him off, toweled him off, but there's only so much you can do. My sleeping bag is pretty wet on the outside. It's dry on the inside. Okay, hands are freezing. Gotta go to bed. Gotta get in the sack. Yeah, he's covered up. He'll be warm enough. Hopefully I will. It doesn't seem to be snowing now, but it's just got really, really, really cold. So my fingers are freezing. Oh man, it's a cold night. Thank God I'm in a decent 4-season tent, the Hilleberg Unna. I will catch you in the morning. Good night, everybody. Good night from Bruce. Morning. Morning, everyone. Morning, Brucey. He's desperate to get out. Aren't you? Morning. Go on then, off you go. You've already had our good mornings. Oh, it's cold. This is all frozen down here. I'm surprised the camera is working because it's cold out there. I know, the ground is frozen solid. The camera is frozen. That won't come on. I think it's just the battery is so cold that it just won't. It's saying the battery's exhausted. Frozen inside the tent. The tarp is full of snow, but held up well. But yeah, the ground is frozen solid. My boots are frozen. Frozen, absolutely solid. The camera, yeah, oh gosh, everything is frozen. I know, Brucey. So yeah, it was wet inside the tent again. It was an average night's sleep. It wasn't great, as is expected in these sorts of conditions with a wet dog in the tent. Bruce, get out of there. He's looking for his breakfast. Right, okay, I've got to get up and get him sorted and start defrosting everything. He's trying to get the camera. Hang on a second. Brucey, why are you trying to get the camera? I know, you want your breakfast, don't you? You can hear the crispy crunchiness of the ground. Oh, he's so wide awake and full of beans because it's crispy and cold. He loves this weather. He goes nuts in it. Right, time to get up. Yeah, everything's frozen solid. It's a white out up the tops. You can see the mountains in the background. Beautiful. Gotta be careful, I haven't got my shoelaces done up because my boots are frozen. But yeah, it is cold. It's -10 and everything is frozen and Bruce is having a great time. Gosh, you can't hold anything metal. Freezing. Yeah, so there's a lot of snow piled up on the side of the tarp and the tent. They all did pretty well, considering the temperature and the fact we had rain the first night, so everything was wet. And then we had snow, so it all froze over. The tent did very well, considering. Didn't it, Brucey? Yeah. Okay, I need to clear some stuff away, get the Trangia out, get some boiling water on to go ASAP. So I'll get on with that. Chair's frozen. I need my shoes, my boots to defrost. Okay, that's my lighter. Oh. Okay, hang on, Brucey. I know, you want your breakfast. Hang on. Let's see if this will light. It's very cold. So I overfill it a bit, just to catch the edge. Sorry, I've just turned my phone on so I've got signal. Okay, and that has worked. You see, butane, you can't do that. In these temperatures, butane, it would just you'd have to warm it up in your sleeping bag first, and even then it won't operate well for long. Whereas once alcohol gets going, it's like white spirits. It just keeps going and going and going. Doesn't it, Brucey? Yes, it does. Look at you patiently waiting for your breakfast. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we'll give you this bowl here. It's frozen to the floor. Here's your bowl, it's frozen solid. Take your frozen backpack. I did move your dog food though, didn't I? Yes, I did. I put it in here. That is not. He's not going to be wearing that going home. Hang on, Brucey. Give you lots of fuel to heat you up. Oh, good boy. Go on then. He's such a good boy. Sounds like it's trying to snow again. It just seems way too cold to snow. -10. Maybe it will come down as sleet. I don't know. Okay, that's good. Oh man. Beer isn't frozen. My cup is. Yeah, so methylated spirits with hand sanitizer. Doesn't freeze. It's alcohol. It's excellent. My backpack seems okay. I covered all of this, so that's all right. That's not frozen solid. Now I think this morning I'm not going to bother with pancakes. I got a hot breakfast from, this is another one of those real termats from Lena, from Sweden. This one is, I don't even know how to say it, chocolate muesli. It's got 447 calories. One person. Now you're meant to just add hot water, give it 3 minutes, and it's good to go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have that. We're going to have coffee. I do have my pancake mix, but I'm just not in the mood for pancakes this morning. My feet are going to be freezing very quickly because these boots are frozen solid. I've got one hot chocolate left. So my first coffee is going to be a mocha. Do you want some water, Bruce? I bet you do. And you're going to have it quickly because it's going to freeze. Mind out, Brucey. Sit. Don't want you looking from here. Sit. No. Sit. There you go. He will just eat snow, but I'd rather give him water. Bruce, come on. Away. Away. Move. Move, Brucey. Come on. No, no, no. Okay. Away. Come on. That's it. Now you're just being a pest. Come on. Go. Go. Yeah, it sounds like it's snowing again. And I just put some leaves in my cup. That was clever, wasn't it? Oh, the joys of camping. And everything's frozen solid. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do my boots up because I think the laces would snap if I tried. So what I'll do is I'll just fold them up a bit and put them inside my boots. Let them defrost like that. I've got waterproof socks on. I've got my sealskin socks. Do the same with the other boot. Because yeah. In fact. Oh man, this ice is just thick. I can't believe it's snowing again. What are you looking at? What's the matter? That's not food, that's my shoelace. Oh, why you're so excited. Right, cowboy coffee. Or not. Actually, no, not cowboy coffee first. First, I've got to put the hot water in here. Then I'll do my cowboy coffee afterwards on the next boil. Because obviously the coffee grinds are going to be in there. Oh, this is quite frozen. Okay. Smells of chocolate. Alright, chocolate muesli. Okay, I'll come back to you when I've got boiling water, some food and a hot drink. Okay. It's cold. That's a bitter wind. Yeah, so I just checked the temperature and it's -10. The wind has changed to a southerly, so it's coming from in front of me now. It's just hitting the edge of the tarp here. So I'm just getting some protection from the wind. Only just though. I'm not going to hang around long here. These conditions are a nightmare. Right, I've got my hot muesli. I hope. I've put extra water in it though, because I want it to be more soupy. Can't believe how cold it is. Oh man, it is frigid. I'm sure the camera's going to give up soon. I'm sure it's not meant for these conditions. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Tasty. This is grim. Goose doesn't seem bothered at all. Even having my hands out for a couple of seconds is a nightmare. Packing down temp. Ah, Jesus. Too cold to have my hands out. Packing down camp is going to be tough. Everything is frozen solid, all the paracord. There's a mountain of snow on this side here. Bruce is actually lying down in the snow. You can't actually see him. He's lying down in this. He's crazy. I'm going to turn the camera a bit so you can maybe see him through the gap. I don't know if you can just make him out through that gap. That's him lying down in the snow. This dog is absolutely mental. I mean, huskies do it. He does it. It doesn't seem to bother him at all. It is -10. The wind chill, when that wind hits you, it's like -20. And he's absolutely fine with it. Go figure. Oh, it's so cold. Let's put a glove on. Oh. I wouldn't mind it being cold. It's just the wind chill. That's what kills people up here, the wind. If they haven't got the right gear, oh man, you come up here without the right gear, you're absolutely mad. So nice to get something warm in me. So, it's probably going to take me an hour. Yeah, an hour to pack up tent. Can you see him there? Still there. See him? Lying on the snow. Crazy, crazy dog. Yeah. It'll take me an hour to pack up the camp. And then it's about 2.5 hours walk back to the car. Down the mountain. Oh. Yuck. Ask me if I'm having fun now. I wish I could have stayed in my sleeping bag. But you've got to go home at some point. I need to zip this up a bit. It's all going in the tent. Okay. Better. Oh man. Whew. And this is why you have an expedition coat when you come up here. Expedition puffer. 750 loft. I've got my thermals on underneath my waterproof trousers as well. These are pretty thick, heavy duty trousers. Pants, whatever you want to call them. And Bruce's water is almost frozen already. Hey Brucey. I don't know. This is a brutal southerly wind. I'm just having hot chocolate. I'm going to warm Bruce's water up for him. Because it can't be nice drinking freezing cold water. He's crazy. He's standing over here now. There's a bit of blue sky, but you wouldn't think it. So the text message said that the rest of the country, the South Island of New Zealand, airports are closed, all sorts of problems. I have no idea. I can't check the news. I haven't got enough signal, just for messaging. But it felt like a proper winter storm. Polar blast. There's no way I could wait for pancakes this morning. So yeah, I've just gone for a hot chocolate. I don't think coffee's going to do it for me this morning. Plus I don't want to sweat going downhill. I usually sweat after having coffee. Oh, hot drink, please. Oh, my word. How do those guys do it that cross the across the South Pole? Nuts. This is where a fire, oh, that would be good. Now, usually what you would do is you would actually just stay hunkered down, like Steve, in your tent. You would have the trangia and everything in the vestibule and cook everything there. So you're out of the wind, and your tent would be so much warmer, like 10 degrees warmer in the tent. But I do this for you guys. Hey Brucey, look, I've got some hot water for you here, some warm water. What are you doing, Bruce? Go on, out of it. I don't know what you're doing. He's bit... Bruce, enough. Go on. He's looking for scraps. No, Brucey, go on, away. I know what you're doing. He's looking to see where I poured the fat last night. Yeah, so usually you'd sit in your tent and you'd be nice and warm. You cook in the vestibule. And life would be easy. But I've got Bruce with me, and he wants to run around outside, and I'm filming, and I deliberately didn't bring a tent with a vestibule because I wanted to see how it was. Well, I can tell you right now, next time I'm coming up here in the winter, I'm bringing my Steiker, my Hilleberg Steiker. It's got 2 vestibules. And it'll probably be, because it'll be even more deep winter. Oh my God. Thank God for this tarp. Yeah, because it'll be even more wintry. I will not bring a tarp with me. I'll just be in the Steiker. I'll just do a winter camp. And then I can go anywhere, pitch up anywhere I want. I don't have to worry about trees or whatever to tie the tarp to. I don't have to worry about how much snow is going to fall.
Yeah. Oh, but right now, get the heat from the transier underneath me. Well, the wind is really blowing that flame around. It's not going out though. Ah. Boots are still not defrosted. They'll definitely defrost once I start walking. My feet are pretty cold, not too bad. My fingers are warming up now holding this coffee, this hot chocolate. And the sun is coming out. Amazing. It could be spectacular out there on the walkout. Spectacularly cold. Now, I probably won't film me breaking down camp because the camera is struggling. I need to keep the battery in my pocket. And also it's going to take me an hour to break all this down and pack it all up and get everything done. And that's just such a long time. So I'm going to finish my hot chocolate. Ponder the errors of my ways that led me to be up here. And start packing everything up. And I'll leave the tarp till last. Actually, no, I won't. I'll leave the tent till last. Yeah. The reason for that is that if conditions suddenly changed and got worse again or really bad, I could just get in the tent and zip it all up and be okay. And Bruce has gone off to the sunshine. He's sitting in the sun. I bet it feels nice in the sun. Okay. Let's do this.
So I've taken the tarp down. This is the problem, is it's covered in ice. All the seams are frozen. There's ice balls in all of these plastic connectors. So it's painstaking. You've got to get all the ice off the seams and off of these plastic bits, because A, it's not going to fit in the bag, and B, it's just extra weight that you're carrying. That's what I mean about the ice. All the seams are frozen solid. And that's obviously because we had, the first night was rain. And the paracord is all frozen. Look at that, that's my ridgeline. Covered in ice. Yeah, so it's taken me a while. I've packed pretty much everything else up, except the tent, which is going to be next. But I've got to get all these ice blocks off here. The good news is the wind has stopped and the sun has come out. And it is cold. I haven't seen Bruce for ages. I know he's out there in the sun playing, but he's enjoying himself. Okay. That's pretty much
most of the ice off of this now. There was loads along the seam. This was solid, absolutely solid ice, like that. Again, because it just went from snow, it went from rain to wet snow, and then just the temperature plummeted and everything froze solid. Oh, I can't feel my toes. Right, come back to you in a bit. So you saw the just a little drone footage while I could. Saw it's beautiful out there. Well, it was. It's clouding over again now. You saw Bruce out there playing. He's having a great time. Right, just the last few bits to get out the tent, and then I got snow and ice on the side of the tent. That's about 1.5 foot thick, or foot thick. That's going to be fun clearing up. Okay. So, pegs. Well, this will be fun, trying to find all these. Luckily. So my plan is to pick the tent up and just take it away from the snow. Wow, it's really pushed in on this side. All that snow is, I could feel it on the inside of the tent last night. Not much you can do about it though, except get out and keep clearing it. I wasn't going to do that. Don't think I needed the guy lines, although better to be safe than sorry. Okay, right, that should be all the pegs. I should be able to just shake it off. Right, I need to get the ice off of it. Look at that. That slab of snow. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Look at the size of that. That's how much snow fell. That's quite a quantity. Whew, right. I'm going to scrape all the ice off this, get the poles out, fold it up and put it away. Oh, I know, Brucey. Okay, that's everything packed up. Oh, don't forget Brucey's bowl. That's broken. That's everything packed up. What do you think, Brucey? Is it time to go home? What do you reckon? You've been playing for hours. Let me check your feet. Oh, they're fine. Not frosty? No. Oh, you're having so much fun. We saw you on the drone. Yes, we did. Oh, and there's the sunshine. Oh, thank God. Oh, it's lovely. And Bruce has had such a great time, and I've had a good time. Oh, you got some frost here. Thank you for my kisses. Shake. Should we get that frost out of your feet? Or are you going to do it yourself? What do you think? Should we go home? Coming up? Hello. All right, thanks everyone for coming along on this. It's been grim, it's been great, it's sunny now. I'm walking out like this. I just checked, it's still -10, but it'll warm up quickly in the sun. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe so you get more of these. And if you want to buy Bruce or myself a treat or a coffee or a beer or biscuits for Bruce, there's a link for buy me a coffee. Thanks again everyone for coming. Hope you enjoyed this trip. It's been a brutal one. This has been the coldest, grimmest trip yet. But we've had good fun, good company. Frozen boots still, absolutely frozen, solid. Can't feel my toes. He's just doing him. Thanks everyone for coming. See you. Bruce, I think it's time we go home. Okay, let's go, Bruce. We'll go up to the track. Come on.
He's been playing out here all morning. Oh. So I'm gonna go for that pole over there, that marker. Get up there. Oh, because it's a lot easier walking through this stuff all the way, especially when I haven't got gaiters on. Oh, look at Bruce. He's having a great time. Just look at those mountains. Imagine being up there. So I heard the avalanche. Look at this. Sorry about the wind noise. Oh, it's cold. It's really cold. Oh, that sun's doing nothing. Man, it's so cold. I don't know where Bruce has gone. Bruce! Oh, he's hiding. He was hiding in the tussock. Oh, gosh, it's hard work walking through snow. It is so cold. It's bitter. Okay, come back to you at the track. Okay, so here we are. There's the track marker just there. Oh, look at this. The sun is not really doing much. We were camped over there. Yeah, all over there. And it is, well, first of all, I can't have my hands out for long. It's so cold. -20 wind chill. And it's ripping over here. A lot of snow fell up the tops there. And yeah, okay. Let me turn this around. Right, thanks for coming everybody. It's so cold. Oh, this wind is brutal. You can easily get frostbite in these conditions. I've got to keep moving because it is so cold. Right, thanks for coming along everybody. See you next time. Bruce, you gonna come say goodbye? Bruce? Bruce is having a great time. Look at him at the track. Bruce, come here. What are you doing? He's just full of beans. He loves these conditions. Brought him up here so many times. Come here, Brucey. Hey, come and say goodbye to everybody. Oh, you got snowballs. Let me deal with those. Come here. I've got to get those snowballs off you. Come here. Look at your little snowballs. All right, bye everybody. Thanks for coming on this trip.